was diagnosed with appendicitis, and I came to the emergency room here. And then when I found out that I had Burkitt's lymphoma, my parents talked, I guess. I don't really know exactly what happened, and we decided to come here.
When we learned that our son had cancer, because we live in New York City, we understood that we had many, many choices, many options. There are lots of terrific treatment centers in New York, terrific hospitals. And we started to do research. We started to figure out who in the city would be best suited to really entrust our son to. We went to a couple of different hospitals in the city and decided on the Morgan Stanley Children's Hospital. I think we felt most comfortable here.
The nurses and the doctors, they really explained things to me. And yeah, and also people came around, like a guitar person, and they had massage therapy, which I really liked.
My son has become a huge fan of massage since his treatment.
I had chemotherapy, and so I think there were 2-week cycles, and 4 of them.
That's right.
And so I would go in for a week and get treatment, and then I would go out for a week and maybe come back in depending on how if I had a fever or not. And then I think that was 4 months.
I think it was 2 weeks in.
Oh, 2 weeks. No, 2 weeks out.
2 weeks in and a week out?
No, the other way around.
Oh, I see. But you were sleeping through a lot of it.
Yes, I was.
The doctors were available to us 24 hours a day, either on the phone or by email, and we're always very, very responsive. When your child has cancer, you always have many, many questions. Cancer is scary, and there's a huge fear of the unknown. We're just regular people who don't know about cancer. So getting educated to us was super important. It would help us really mitigate a lot of the fear that we had. Certainly, we couldn't mitigate all of the fear that we had, but we could get rid of some, and the doctors and nurses were really instrumental in doing that. And I think the treatment that they chose for my son was, it turns out it was the right treatment that they chose, but we had a lot of faith in the doctors. They would really clue us in on what they were thinking and how they were thinking about it, and allowed us to be as involved as we wanted to be in the process. In the end, we came to the decision to go to Morgan Stanley Children's Hospital because A, we felt that the quality of care that they offered was top in the city, and 2, we felt that the doctors who we had interacted with thus far and who would be taking on Avery's case not only were the most qualified in the city, but also they cared. They were sincere. They met with Avery, they spoke with Avery, and it really, the whole package was important to us. And I think that at Morgan Stanley Children's Hospital, we're getting the whole package.
I think it was 2 or 3 months, right?
2 or 3 months after your treatment,
After
right?
my treatment, I played football for my second year, tackle football, and that was my best year I ever had. I scored a lot of touchdowns.
You scored 11 touchdowns.
11 touchdowns.
Which is the most in the whole league. Not on the team, but actually in the whole league of all kids from Brooklyn and Queens. Yeah.
So I was very happy with